Hello, you little children. This is Velma Hagar. And today we're going to talk about dumb, ignorant, stupid, uneducated Bozos. Do you know that God uses people like that to talk to you? I mean, he can use, and there's a Bible story about a guy named Boehm, and God wanted to tell Boehm something and he wouldn't listen, and so God used a jackass to talk to Boehm. So God can use anything to talk to you. So the point is, after I thought about this, I thought, the word clearly says, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, a truth becomes established. So for me, if you want to know if you're really doing the right thing, get counsel. It also says there's wisdom in many counselors. So, now you don't want to always listen to everybody, because some people will never give you good advice. Some people are jealous, or they have a totally different heart than you do. They're very different than you. You don't want to ask those. But if you have like-minded people in your life that you trust and that you can call friends, a pastor, a boss, a sister, a mother, a friend, anybody who you consider is on your side and they really have your best interest at heart, run it by them, because the word clearly says, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. So let's say you ask 3 people the same question and they all give you the same answer. I would say you heard from God. But let's say that 2 of them gave you the same answer and 1 didn't. You might ask another person. Just make sure that you're getting people that care about you. And then, pay attention to what they say. And even the dumb and the ignorant, some bozo might come up to you and say, you know what I think you ought to do? And I mean, listen to them. You never know when God might talk out of the mouth of a jackass. I love that. I love using the word too, because it's kind of nasty. Out of the mouth of a jackass. Get it? It could be just a friend of yours that is kind of a jackass. But anyway, no, this is really a true story and I want you to pay attention. Also, yesterday I did a short video on TikTok about how, God works suddenly. I mean, sometimes it's like, boom, that I think that when it's really God, I think that is how it goes. You know how you hear this word suddenly all the time? And yet there's a process in things that you think you can see where something worked towards that suddenly, but then there it is. I think that's how God works. So many times, like we were talking about being heroes and being courageous, like you'd say, I could never deal with that, Well, you don't have to be able to deal with it until it happens. God says he will give you the strength sufficient for the day. So you can't say, oh yeah, I would do that, or I wouldn't do that. You don't know what you would do until the time comes. God will give you the strength sufficient for the day. So that's what makes a real hero. None of us are real heroes. It's someone who in a moment's time, in a flash, decides to jump in and do something wonderful. That's what makes a hero. And the word says, be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. In other words, we're not really strong and courageous. He's telling us to be strong and courageous. So, courage is doing the right thing even when you're afraid. And how many times in life have we stepped out? I walked through life so scared. When my children's father left and I didn't have any money, I didn't know what I was going to do. I can't tell you how many steps I had to take they petrified me. But I had to do it. I did what I had to do. And you know what? It worked. I ended up successful. I ended up raising 3 beautiful children that love the Lord and are also successful, all because this little scaredy cat did what she needed to do at the time she needed to do it. So remember that. we can all be strong and courageous, every one of us. You can be the biggest little scaredy cat in the world, but you can be strong and courageous when the time comes. Ask God for that courage. I'm in my bedroom today, and it's so beautiful outside. We had rain the other day, and oh my gosh, the desert is just gleaming right now. All the little flowers are coming in bloom. Spring is in the air, even though it's only March. We got, we only have spring and summer here, really. So very little winter. We have about 3 weeks of winter. But anyway, all right, you guys. And my new book is almost out, Hidden Treasures in Plain Sight. It's going to be out. I'm going to tell you when, so you can order it on Amazon. I'm not doing any pre-orders. But in the meantime, my Hidden Treasures in Dark Places and Hidden Treasures in Secret Places are both on Amazon now and doing great. Everybody that has them loves them. They're 5-star all the way across. All right, you guys. Until next time, this is your friend, Velma Hagar, bidding you a blessed day and reminding you, be strong and courageous, and listen to those jackasses. Bye.